This is a book that I want to share. I made this for my mother for her birthday, and it's not the most beautiful journal I've seen in our group by any stretch of the imagination, but it's very simple and very clean, and I wanted to show what a first or second effort could look like and be very clean and still be very special for the person that I'm making it for. So I actually went with this Graphics 45 Secret Garden paper, and it was a little bit more money than I like to spend on scrapbook paper, but because of the garden and the purple that was throughout, I went with it because it's for my mother's birthday. So this chipboard piece and this came with it, and this is lace from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And the base of this book is a paper bag, it's like a wax paper bag, and it's about 10 by 7, I think. So all of the stamping in this book, I used this so that it would all coordinate. And there's not much vintage in here. My mother likes a real clean look, so I didn't go with much vintage, although this piece is the other half of this card that came, it was, I bought a book at an estate sale, and when I got home, I found this inside. So I cut the bottom part off, and you can see I love that part. Isn't that neat? So anyway, so that is part of this here. This is just punched. Bought this at Michael's. I tried to buy as much at Michael's as I could because my mother works there, and so I wanted her to recognize different pieces. The vellum also came from Michael's. This came from Michael's, and this is just a Tim Holtz stencil that I used this and that ink on, and it's fairly simple. I was real pleased with that. It's the first time I've ever done that. This is a part of the paper pack with that same lace stapled on. Whoops, I'm grabbing two things. That, and then this stamped at the bottom. This is just a scrap of the paper glued in to make a little pocket. These came from Michael's. This is vintage music paper, and then I just used that same purple, and I inked it once, and then did not re-ink as I moved up and got lighter and lighter, so I like that look. Even lighter still. From the paper pack. This also came from an estate sale. It is that onion skin paper that they used to type on, and I wanted so bad to get to dye it, but I just did not have time. So I may make my mother give me these back so that I can dye them, and I wanted to do them with the avocado to get that soft pink look, because I don't think she would appreciate the tea look. I don't know, maybe. So this may be a work in progress. She maybe get part of it later. Another little pocket. This is a vintage note card that I bought at an estate sale, and there's my sewing. And as you can see, I only did 2 holes, and it's not as stable as when you do 3, but I haven't learned how to do that yet. So, you know, we all live and we learn. Another little pocket. I love this that came with it. This is, there's only 2 girls in my family, so this is me and this is my sister, so I think my mother will appreciate that little touch. This, I bought some things on eBay. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember what store, but I think the person that I bought them from is in our group, so please wave and say hello. But this was a little freebie that came with what I ordered, and so that was perfect since this is for my mother. So I incorporated that. Here's the other side of the music, and you can see that I did it with Tattered Angels. One side I used the stencil, and one side I just sprayed. It was just kind of an experiment. So you can see how that picks up the shine. And I used the clear, the pearl kind of color. It's not clear, but it's pearl white. That's what I used on there. This stamp came from Michael's, and it's not perfect, but, you know, my mother will still love it. This is a paper clip that my friend Monique just showed me a video on how to do. So I cannot find eyelash trim in my area. It's the craziest thing. So I have some coming from a Wish, so that'll be fun to have for next time. And I don't know if you can tell, it's a gold paper clip. I buy them at Office Depot and Office Max, and you can get them in both sizes. That's the bigger. But I just think the gold adds a special extra little touch, so I love that. And what do we have next? This is what I bought on eBay that the other thing was a freebie with. Here's some more stenciling. Whoops, that catches every time, and I've probably almost torn it. Yep. Another little stamped card with some lace stapled. This is the also with the Graphics 45 paper. And this, somebody actually used this in a book. And this quote and the one in the front are the ones that made me want to buy this paper pack for my mother. So I went looking for that on eBay or Amazon or somewhere. Anyway, and then there's the back. I just used the same thing, and I glued the ribbon closure in underneath. But I love this size. I love that paper bag. I don't have any more. I only had the one, but I have found them on Amazon, and so I'm really excited about that. That's my favorite size to work in. So, again, just wanted to share what a real simple, not tea-dyed, I love that look, but just wanted to show what a simple, quick book could look like. So,